Might have been just another sad Saturday night statistic. A driver drunk at the wheel of a Jeep and a young motorcyclist killed, Orion Hutchinson, just 21 years old. But this accident was out of the ordinary. The drunk driver was an RCMP officer.
On behalf of RCMP members and employees from across Canada, this is the most unimaginable heartbreak ever, and we are sick about it.
But the officer involved already had big problems on his plate. He was one of the 4 Mounties who were caught on tape a year ago at Vancouver airport, where they used a taser on a Polish immigrant, Robert Dziekanski. Dziekanski died, and there is still no decision on whether the officers will be charged. But this time, the local police in Delta, where the accident happened, say charges will be laid.
The proposed charges that he was released on are impaired driving causing death and exceeding 0.8.
The unnamed officer was released on a promise to appear in court in January, but eyewitnesses at the scene say there was more to the story, that the officer briefly fled the scene with 2 children without tending to the injured motorcyclist.
He fled long before any emergency vehicles even showed up. Didn't even go to see how the victim was. He just handed his license and took off with a child in each hand. Now he's driving impaired with 2 kids in the car, and he's killed somebody and sent a message to his kids, if this happens, you take off.
The officer did return and failed a breathalyzer test, but a lawyer for Robert Dziekanski's family, who is a former Mountie himself, says confidence in the police is at a new low.
The fact of the matter is that right now that the police are at their lowest in terms of public opinion that they probably have ever been in the history of the RCMP.
There has, of course, been concern here about why the officer involved was not immediately charged and his name publicly released. The Delta police say there has been no special treatment, though. They say the courts are simply clogged until January, and that until the Mountie goes before a judge, they cannot release his name. Terry Malewski, CBC News, Vancouver.